Hey there, my name is Ed Placencia. Welcome to Grounds for Gaming, and I've saved you a seat. Hey, how are you? What is going on? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Grounds for Gaming. I want to start off by saying, even though it's a couple of days too late, happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers that are out there that may be listening. Thank you for everything that you do. Of course, last week's episode was a special Doppio episode, and I sat down with actor Kaya Freites to talk about pretty much everything in the world, and I had a great time speaking with Kaya. But as a result, I didn't get a chance to stop and check in and see how you're doing. So, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I love having this time where we can just stop, chill, relax, and talk about games. That's what we're here for. And I've got a lot to talk about because it's been a couple of weeks since we've checked in on each other. So before I get into it and talk about what I've been playing, let me ask you, what have you been playing? What are you playing? What are you loving? What are you about to play? What are you about to finish? Drop me a line, groundsforgaming@gmail.com, or hit me up on the socials and let me know, what have you been playing? Super easy question, but I genuinely want to know. I picked up a game called Kiln. It's that game from Double Fine where you play a piece of pottery and you go in and fight other pieces of pottery. It's pretty crazy. It's definitely Double Fine in the best way possible. And kind of what I was afraid would happen, it's just not my style of game. I'm just not good at a battle arena defense capture the flag type situation. I'm just not good at it. It's a lot of fun making the various forms of pottery. It's really, really cool to see what other people can come up with. I just am not good at it. I went in knowing it wasn't my style of game, so I didn't have super high expectations, and I'm not super down on the game itself. It's just one of those games that it's not for me. And that's totally fine. But I did want to give it a try, and I do like what Double Fine does, and I did want to support them and pick up the game. I was hoping it would be one of those things where I was pleasantly surprised, and oh wow, I don't usually click with this kind of a game. But like I said, it just didn't click with me. And again, that's no one's fault. It's just not an Eduardo type of game. I did finally roll credits on Diablo 4, the Lord of Hatred DLC, the final DLC in this particular story chapter, segment, arc. I'm not sure what they call it specifically, but kind of puts a bow on the whole Mephisto, Lilith storyline that's been going on. And wow, they just tell stories so good over there. And I really enjoyed it. It was a great way to cap the story off and to end it, and I felt like it was an ending, and it left me pretty satisfied. I went in thinking, this is Diablo. It will not have a quote-unquote happy ending, and I found myself pretty pleased with how it turned out and what they did. So full marks to the entire team over there at Blizzard that's working on this game. I really had a lot of fun, and again, just really caught up in that story and was so glad that I binged the last couple of DLCs all at once so the story was fresh, and that was definitely the way to do it. I haven't dabbled too much in the end game. It is still on my PS5, but I really haven't gamed a lot recently just because Sarah and I took a little trip up north to Holland, Michigan for the Tulip Festival, and we left last Thursday and came back Saturday evening, and so there were a few days there where I just didn't do any gaming at all. I was hanging out with Sarah and my cousin Jim and his wife Jenny, and although the tulips weren't at their best, and it wasn't a super crazy blow me away type festival, We had a lot of fun just hanging out and discovering this city of Holland. I've never been there, and although the gardens weren't the menagerie of spectacle that I went in thinking it was going to be, we just had a good time being together and discovering coffee shops and discovering restaurants, and there's a lot of good stuff there to discover. So, Holland, Michigan, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. I'm not mad at you. But as a result, we were there for a few days and I did zero gaming. And so if I say, well, I haven't played it for a while, that's not really a diss on the game. It's just that I haven't been with my PS5. I'm so close to beating that final boss on SAROS. I haven't beat it yet. Again, I haven't played the game for nearly a week now. But my last run, I actually went in and after fighting the final boss and being beaten, I thought, you know what? I'm going to start from the very, very beginning. Instead of skipping right to the level where the boss is, I'm going to go to the very first level and work my way all the way through the game with just the intention of buying perks and banking money to buy perks. And I did, and I bought a lot of them. I didn't make it all the way to the end to face the final boss again, but I kind of threw in the towel when I was down to my last life and pretty low on health, but I got to a point where I could go back to my base, and if you do so and you return to your base because it's your choice and not because you were forced to because you died, then you get to keep all of the currency that you gathered. Otherwise, there's a little bit of a penalty when you die. And I came back to the base with a lot of currency, and I bought a lot of points. And I know there are people who have beaten the game without spending nearly as much as I have on the skill tree. But bear in mind, I'm not a great gamer, and this especially is not really my forte. And I'm enjoying the game. I'm having a lot of fun. I just need all of the help I can get. So I'm not mad that I haven't beaten the game yet. I'm just glad I saw the boss. I never came close to seeing the final boss in Returnal. So it's been really, really cool that I've been able to power through and get through this game. And I really give props to Housemarque and how they've let me approach the game and kind of do it at my own speed and my own difficulty and my own custom difficulty. And it's really enabled me to be able to enjoy much more of the game than I would have been able to otherwise. So kudos to you, Housemarque. I haven't beaten it yet. I haven't beaten the final boss. I haven't gotten to the final boss again, but maybe this time next week, that'll be different. I am still hopping into Overwatch and getting in a couple of games when I can. If I'm able to, I try to at least hop in and get a few dailies done and just keep myself fresh and practiced up, for lack of a better word. And I'm really looking forward to the upcoming anniversary event. They've teased, and I've seen a lot of teasers of what's to come in that anniversary event, and it looks like there's going to be some really, really cool stuff. I can't wait to get my hands on it and see what's actually there and what's not just rumor. But so far, it seems like all the things I've seen that are rumored to be included in this event may come to fruition, and if that's the case, we are in store for quite a nice little haul of goodies. Finally, you may have heard the Ristretto episode I released actually yesterday. I'm recording this Monday night. I put that up Sunday on the game MIXTAPE. And if you didn't hear it, it's pretty short. I keep my reviews fairly short just so you can digest them and move along with your day. But TLDR, it's an amazing game. I played it on my own. I did not stream it. I played it because something told me this is the kind of game that I want to just be able to sit back, take in, and say, this one's for me. And I did that, and I'm really glad I did. And I found myself still thinking about it, and today on the stream I thought, you know what? Let's play it again. And I started from the beginning and streamed the game in its entirety. And even though it's a little bit different, even though when I stream, I'm not fully into the game just because I'm looking at chat I'm looking at events, I'm looking at alerts, things like that. But at the same time, this is such a cool, powerful game. I still found myself moved in those final moments. And man, I tell you, Beethoven and Dinosaur have really, really done a fantastic job. We need more games like this. This is a game. I no longer have Xbox, and I definitely don't have Game Pass anymore, but this is a game that if it were on Game Pass, I would still buy this game. Not just because I never know if it'll leave Game Pass, but because I want to support this kind of art. This is what I want to see more of. And I encourage you to play this game. If you've got Game Pass, check it out. But if not, I can full-heartedly recommend buying this game. It's a very, very inexpensive game. It's not going to break the bank. Pick it up. It's just a few hours long. You can get through it in a nice afternoon, but I also don't want you to try to get through it. Take your time. Click on all the squares. Listen to all the conversations. Take it all in, because this and everything about it is just an amazing, incredible experience. So yeah, that's what I've been playing. That's what I've been playing this week, and what I played last week and the few days leading up to it. And it's been nice. It's been good. We're in a really good place right now. Lego Batman is right around the corner, and James Bond is right around the next corner. So we've got some fun games in store. 2026 is shaping up to be a really, really nice year, and I'm very grateful for that. Again, don't forget, let me know. What are you playing right now? groundsforgaming@gmail.com, or find us on the socials. Leave a comment. Let me know. What are you playing right now? I'd love to hear. Hey, thanks for spending some time with me today. Grounds for Gaming will be right here when you're ready for another conversation, and your seat will always be waiting.